to make these chicken rings, some of the things you're going to need is fresh ground chicken. I bought a package. I believe it's 1 pound or maybe 2. I'm not too sure. But I'll always have the exact measurements, as always, in the description box. You're going to need shake and bake. Now, I know that sounds odd, but it is the consistency that you would get on a chicken ring from White Castle. It doesn't have like the Italian breadcrumb consistency or just flour. So you need the box of shake and bake. It comes with 2 packages in the box. And you're going to need some parchment paper, a cookie sheet, and a cookie scoop. So what you do is you want to get your hands in there and combine the salt and pepper inside the ground chicken. You're not seasoning it with anything else. I mean, if you want to, you can. I didn't. It's best to use ground chicken because that's the consistency it has. I mean, I guess if you're making homemade chicken nuggets and want to use chicken breast, you could. But typically, chicken nuggets have the consistency of ground chicken, and so do the chicken rings. So that is the best route to take for what type of meat to choose for this recipe. So now we're going to take this cookie scoop, and of course I only use this for meats. I don't use it on my cookies. And you're going to scoop out just enough to make a small meatball, and then you're just going to place it aside. We'll worry about rolling it afterwards. So you're going to continue doing this until all the meat has been scooped. Stuck. So now what we're going to do is we're going to flatten the meatball like so. Make sure you have some flour in your hand so they don't get stuck. Flatten them as much as possible. And again, yours won't be sticky like this because you will follow directions and freeze them. So you poke the little hole in the middle of the meat with your finger. That's what you do. You don't have to use anything to make the hole. Just simply put your finger in the middle and make the hole. Shape them up nicely and make them look like a chicken ring. And there you have it. That's your shape. And that's what they look like. So I have my shake and bake here, and as you can see, it's kind of cut off by the video. I have an egg mixture. Just salt, pepper, and scrambled eggs so that I can get it coated in order to get the shake and bake on top of the chicken ring. Now, the first time I tried these, I did like a double coating, egg, flour, egg, shake and bake. One, that makes them too thick. Believe me, they are already thick the way they are. I would make them smaller in actual White Castle size, but that would double the cooking time, and I just don't have that amount of time. So I make them pretty decent size. And it's good because it serves as a bigger portion if you want to have them for dinner with, let's say, some mashed potatoes or fries or roasted potatoes. So you continue putting them in the egg wash mixture, and then you put them in your shake and bake, and that's it. Just one layer, okay? As you can see, too, I did put those in the freezer so they could be a little more firm because without putting them in the freezer, they'll break apart on you. All right, so we're going to keep coating these until I'm done, and then I will show you what they all look like. Well, after I was done coating them in the shake and bake, I put them in the freezer for about another 20 minutes. And, it may sound like it's a long time, but I promise you, you need to follow the freezer steps because they're just going to break apart on you. So this is what they look like when they come out of the freezer. And I do that because I want the coating to adhere. If you coat them and then drop them in the fryer, big chance that your coating may just come off. So don't forget the freezing process. So here's the best part. Now you get to drop them into the fryer. I would get it up to a frying point if you have a thermometer. If not, 375 degrees. As you can see here, I'm using a wok. That's how I fry. I don't have a deep fryer, and it's probably better that I don't. So you just fry these up until they're done. I don't know, I'd say about anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, depending upon how hot it is. Let me show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, so here they are. I've made a pretty decent-sized batch. And I serve it with some honey mustard, just the way I asked for them at White Castle. So as you can see, they have the same outer texture as White Castle chicken rings do, and it has the texture on the inside of the chicken as well. They're crispy, crunchy, delicious, and they're actually healthier because you've made them at home. I'm actually doing a voiceover right now because I was chewing and chomping so hard I sounded like a slob, so I didn't want to include that audio. But anyway, it is really delicious. I promise that you are going to love them. Make them this size because if you make them the size White Castle does, you'll be in your kitchen for like an hour and you're really going to hate me. So all you need, ground chicken, flour, salt, pepper, eggs, and there you have it. Some oil to fry these bad boys up. You'll love them. If you enjoy the recipe, please like the video and you know what? Share. Send the video around to your friends. Let them delicious chicken ring recipe and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching as always. Bye.